Walk us through your first ever Toastmasters experience and how it shaped your speaking style.
The first experience was in 2010 in December. Just moved to the Netherlands. I was longing for an association, friends, and everything. And I go to this bar and I see like 5, 6 people sitting there and talking. The Toastmasters meeting happened above a bar. So I see these group of people sitting and talking very friendly. They're like, "Oh, come sit with us, and we may not have a meeting today because there's a very less turnout." And I was that uncomfortable to be around new people and strange people that I said, no, I'll be outside, I'll go for a walk. I was outside the bar speaking through the window to see if they are done. I was that uncomfortable to sit on a table with strangers. So when I saw them getting up is when I entered again, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to have a meeting, we have enough members." So yeah, there I went. They gave the table topic. When was the last time you did something for the first time? And I even won the best topic that evening. And yeah, rest is history.
Sabi, what are some of the toughest challenges you faced in your early Toastmasters days? Because somebody who is very new to the experience, right? It is a bit overwhelming, like in terms of picking up the roles or embarking on the prepared speeches. And so, what was your
I
experience?
think it's like levels. It's like a video game. You cross one level. First level is how to ace. The club level, you know, be with the best speaker of the evening, and it's competitive. The people who do some things better, someone brings emotional speech. So that was definitely the first. And then when you feel comfortable, you start competing. Where you see, okay, now it's best from other clubs as well. Then you're already like, you know, it's like a new level opened, and then you're competing with your area and divisions.
Many times, right? Somebody might make a great start. Probably energy levels might dip or might fluctuate towards the end, right? So anything can happen. So, what is your formula for keeping an audience glued to your words right from start to finish?
You know, I am very conscious of the energy because I have been told energy is one of the things that's very strong in my speeches in general. And I think without energy, most a good speech can falter. So what I do is I have two practices that I do to keep the energy going. One is I practice as we get closer to the speech contest or any speech. I practice it in parts. I divide the speech into like at least 5 to 6 parts. And the other thing is,
So, folks, you have tuned into TGV and hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series, the world's only quadrilingual podcast at this moment of recording. And we are trying to embark into multiple languages as we speak. And here we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. And we want to simplify and amplify your journey to success. I'm your host, Navin Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place by bringing you wisdom through valuable discussions with experts designed to simplify and amplify your success. And thank you so much for tuning in. So, folks, welcome to yet another biggest milestone episode number 675 on the Guiding Voice. Yes, you heard it right. It's been close to 6 years that we started this journey, and there is no looking back. We have hosted many celebrities, we have hosted unsung heroes, and this time I'm presenting you an acclaimed public speaker, Sabyasachi Sengupta, who is the winner of the World Public Speaking Championship 2025. And if you remember, recently we have hosted Mas Mahathir Mohamad, who is the number two of World Public Speaking Championship 2025. And just to give you a brief intro about Sabyasachi, he goes by Sabi. He is a Toastmasters enthusiast and he has transformed his passion for speaking into global recognition, inspiring thousands with his journey from humble beginnings to international acclaim. So, Sabi, it's really an honor to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
I am doing really good. Thank you so much for that glorious introduction. Thank you so much. I'm doing really good. It's a beautiful day in Amsterdam. So, yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. So, folks, today we are going to delve into an interesting conversation on the topic at hand, the champion mic, secrets behind Sabi's global speaking triumph. But before we get started, here is an exciting twist. As always, let us tickle our guest's brain first. So, Sabi, I'm going to kick off the first rapid fire round, which is called as a rapid fire round of random words. I'm going to mention a few words and you need to respond to them as and when you hear without thinking much. And if you're ready, let's get started.
Okay, let's see.
I love the energy. And here comes my first word, curiosity.
Here's the cat.
Invention,
And iPhones,
future,
AI,
universe,
Krishna,
leadership.
behavior,
Wow. Success.
inconsequential,
Wow. And here comes our favorite word, Toastmasters.
life changing,
Absolutely. Aliens.
curious,
Life.
journey,
Okay, here comes the last one. Stage.
safe space.
So intriguing responses, and thank you so much for participating in rapid fire round number one. There is one more rapid fire.
Of course, it's such a nice one. I love it. It just wakes you up. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, and Sabi, there is one more rapid fire round toward the end of the episode. Stay tuned and
Oh, I love it. I love rapid fire. You can like go for it. It's amazing.
all right. So thank you once again for
It's it's something we've learned in Toastmasters. It's somewhat table topics.
similar to table topics. Yeah, you are right. You are right. So thank you once again for being part of our journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe. And let's get started with the mainstream questions. So Sabi, talk to us about who is your guiding voice.
I think it's hard to say one or uh, you mean a person, right?
It could be anything, person, force, anything like what keeps you on. Right.
I will definitely start with the person who has had the most impact throughout my life, my elder brother, for sure. The biggest guiding voice of
Mhm,
my life.
mhm.
That's number one. The second would be Bhagavad Gita, something that has also me a lot in my life at crucial junctions of my life to make being decisions. And Aditya Maheshwaran, really a really great friend and someone who's and a mentor who's always been there pushing me, guiding me. And I'm gonna say five. I'm just for I don't know why I have the number five. Um, Cora Hollander, she's my one of my best friends in the Netherlands, and he really exactly knows what I would like, what can help me. Sometimes you need that kind of support system in a country that you've not. So Cora, and the fifth, really thinking very hard. Who could that be? Um, I I think my own intuitions sometimes.
Got it. Got it. And now talk to us about your success mantra, as in top three things that have contributed to your success so far, in general, like not just related to World Public Speaking Championship, but in general.
I think detachment, focus on the task and not on the end goal. The perks that comes with winning or success, they are not in your hand. Don't try to have that. Focus on your own things that are in your hand. That's one thing I've followed. That's really helped me. Second is surround yourself with people who give you energy, because especially like world championship or anything, we have people who we all ask for help. The practical helps like mentoring and all these things, but we forget the power of emotional support. To have that is a very important thing, because um, we feel vulnerable. We feel and that I think that's one thing. I think it's important to have that emotional support system. And the third is to peak at the right time, just like Virat Kohli. That's an example Aditya gave me when I was rehearsing and making a lot of mistakes, that he can fail when it's a low hanging, it's not an important match. But when the stakes are high, he's do the best. So even if you're making mistakes in rehearsals or before an event, or while you're preparing, it's okay. Don't beat yourself. That is the purpose of all these things. But when it's on stage or when you're delivering to a client, that's when you have to trust your body, mind, everything comes together to give you your A game, and you have to allow yourself to do the magic.
So profound. And let's go back in time and walk us through your first ever Toastmasters experience and how it shaped your speaking style.
So the first experience was in 2010 in December. Uh, just moved to the Netherlands. I was longing for an association, friends, and everything. And I heard about Utrecht Toastmasters. That's where I started. Now it was a it was a difficult day because it had snowed in, Everything was shut. And I go to this bar and I see like five, six people sitting there and talking. The Toastmasters meeting happened above a bar. So I see these group of people sitting and talking very friendly. They're like, "Oh, come sit with us, and we may not have a meeting today because there's a very less turnout." And I was that uncomfortable to be around new people and strange people that I said, "No, no, no, I'll be outside. I'll go for a walk." I still remember they're like, "Where will you walk? It's all snowed in. It's slippery. Like it's dangerous. It's cold." I'm like, "No, no, I'll be outside." I was outside the bar speaking through the window to see if they are done. I was that uncomfortable to sit on a table with strangers and have a drink. I just wanted to run away. So when I saw them getting up is when I entered again. And they're like, "Yeah, we're going to have a meeting. We have enough members." So yeah, then I went. They gave me a table topic. When was the last time you did something for the first time? And I even won the best topic that evening. And yeah, rest is history. I felt like this is. I remember the VP membership telling me, you can come another two times to see if you like it and want to join us. I'm like, two times? I'm joining you guys. I made a decision. This is it. And yeah, it's never been. I never look back from that moment.
Sabi, what are some of the toughest challenges you faced in your early Toastmasters days? Because somebody who is very new to the experience, right? It is a bit overwhelming, like in terms of picking up the roles or embarking on the prepared speeches. And so, what was your
I,
experience? Yeah.
I think it's like I think it's like levels. It's like a video game. You cross one level. First level is how to ace. The club level, win the best speaker of the evening, and it's competitive. The people who do some things better, someone brings emotional speech. So that was definitely the first. And then when you feel comfortable, you start competing. Where you see, okay, now it's best from other clubs as well, then you're already like it's like a new level opened, and then you're competing with your area and divisions. So I think that is definitely a challenge. I think people who take it seriously, I've seen a lot of speakers who, when they start doing the icebreakers or the second third speech, they write it, they practice it, and they prepare. That dedication takes people all far away. And I think if you see how the senior or the experienced Toastmasters is doing, who are not writing it anymore, they're last minute, they're winking it. That's not the right example and the right way to do it, and should not copy or imitate those methods. That comes with experience. So I think initially I also was like, I was never a shy speaker. I did debates, but to have that dedication to write, rehearse, practice, yeah, that definitely uh, took me time to get there.
Talk to us about your mentor. I think Aditya, right? Probably he might have made a pivotal difference in your journey. And apart from mentors, were there any other experiences which have made a huge difference?
I think Toastmasters. I'm very fortunate to always have good mentors. Even when I started. So when I started, the person it's like Toastmaster, I completely idolized was Peter Zinn. Such a fantastic speaker, and things he like. You see this man prepare everything to the T. When I've seen him as a moderator, for example, he's such a funny guy. He can crack any jokes off the cuff, but he practices, prepares. And when it comes to detailing, like getting the names right, getting certain basic things right, top notch. Then I had a beautiful journey with Daniel Van Dorn, one of the best men have, who really made me take Toastmasters seriously. Like I've been in his house preparing, writing speeches. Like his wife is also a Toastmaster, so Daniel and Josine both sitting down and practicing with me. We are cracking doing the same jokes again and again to sharpen it. They gave me a pair of cufflinks while they moved to San Francisco, saying that we need someone to keep you leveled here. And since 2014, that's the same pair of cufflink I wear for every speech, even today, even in the World Championship. It's still it just feels I have their support with me. And over the years, I had, and this particular year, I had Aditya Maheshwaran and John Zimmer, both amazing speakers, amazing mentors, amazing human beings, help me with my journey. I'm very fortunate to have their support, their blessings, and um, like I've always said this, a good mentor knows when a speaker needs help and when a speech needs help. So I worked for like 2 months. They knew when the speech needs crafting or sort of ready, and when I needed confidence to write the speech. It's so easy to tear someone down and say it's not a good speech, this is not going to work, because I've give 100 versions to them. But it's just that's the magic of great mentors. Um, you know, Aditya has always been like I was telling you just before the interview, giving me examples of Virat Kohli and his ability to perform under stress, giving me those like literally we were practicing the speech. He was here in Amsterdam. I was not getting it, fumbling it. I was like almost going to break down. Like I'm not going to do this. And Aditya was like, you know what? Like, okay, let's take a break. Let's watch Virat Kohli's match against Pakistan. That World Cup T20. And I don't know how, in a very indirect, subtle way, he just made me believe that, you know, be like him. And that's the magic of mentor. And John, to every as we got closer to the contest dates, every time he saw me having doubts and dilemmas, he will be like, "Listen, Arjuna, you have to just deliver your speech." I'm like, how does a Canadian man live in Switzerland giving me Bhagavad Gita references every time? And this is the power of great mentors. I think I was very fortunate.
Excellent, excellent. And Sabi, share three unconventional tips for taking public speaking from good to world class.
Unconventional. Okay, I was going for conventional. Let me see. Unconventional. I don't know if it's unconventional, but I think humor always works. I think doesn't matter, even if you're in a business context, whatever context you're in, people like to laugh. I mean, if it's longer than 2 minutes, humor is a glue that keeps the audience attention. So, like, keep it funny. Have something fun in the speech. I mean, not the joke at the start and then forget it. Keep that. I think that's one. Second is develop your ability to read the room. It's a skill that comes with practice in public speaking. And by reading the room doesn't mean that you pause your speech if you feel things are going different. It means you improvise, you adapt. And reading the room is a huge, huge part of public speaking. And the I mean, I don't want to say body language and all these things. Um, I think a good public speaker is definitely also a good storyteller, because if you cannot tell good stories, then you cannot do that on stage. And a good storyteller needs to tell stories even when they are not on stage. So tell stories, to everyone, to whoever you meet, with the structure, with the framework, so that when you are on stage, stories flow naturally out of your system.
Yeah, got it. Great tips. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm sure many Toastmasters would immensely benefit from this particular conversation. And let's double click on that particular body language part since you mentioned about it. And my next question is more on how do you practice for impact? Like, would you focus more on voice, pauses, body language, or content? Which one goes first?
I think if you ask me, I mean, we have all seen the TED talk that talks about body language. People notice 55%. It's also being challenged. I don't have the numbers, and I don't know if there is a number that um, triumphs. I think it's an overall package. Honestly speaking, like if you see my final speech, I mean, John correctly wrote a blog and said my stage pacing was not correct. I went the past, present, future. I went in the opposite direction instead of past, present, future. And here's the thing, for the finals, I really didn't do a lot of stage practice because of the semis I did. So yes, the stage placement was wrong, but mm, did I lose points on that? I don't think so. I wouldn't have won. So I think it's an overall package. No one is here to see, oh, their voice went up, down, or they're moving, they're grooving. It should look like it's a package. It's overall thing. And instead of just focusing on voice and body language, look at the overall picture and overall impact that your speech brings to the table. I think that makes that if you over amplify with voice, if you overdo with like body language just because you think and that will make an impact, I don't think so. The real impact comes when you have the right dosage of words, body language, voice, stage presence, opening. It needs to be in the right amount. If it feels forced in any form, that doesn't work,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
Yeah, got it. And many a times, right, somebody might make a great start. Probably energy levels might dip or might fluctuate towards the end, right? So anything can happen. So, what is your formula for keeping an audience glued to your words right from start to finish?
I am very conscious of the energy because I have been told energy is one of the it's very strong in my speeches in general, and I think without energy, most good speech can falter. So what I do is I have two practices that I do to keep the energy going. One is I practice as we get closer to the speech contest, or any speech. I practice it in parts. I divide the speech into like at least 5 to 6 parts. So instead of just doing the speech every time, like in one go, I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here. Let me just do the middle part, or let me do the ending. Let me do that scene. Let me do that story. So prepare it in different tranches. So when I it's like almost like an episode. Like my 7 minute speech is a 6 episode series. So of 1 minute each. So the energy doesn't go like this. It goes like this. It's so that helps. Every time I start the new episode, a new energy comes in. Like this is a new part of the speech. This is the new. It's that's what I do. Uh, time practice the speech in different parts so that the energy is consistent and it doesn't dip. And the other thing is, I practice the time of the day. So so, for example, in the Netherlands, like club contests are always in the evening. The area contest is in the morning. The is in the afternoon. District maybe afternoon, maybe morning. You don't know. It depends on the agenda. So, as a contestant, you need to train your body to deliver the best in that time of the day. For the finals in Philadelphia, our speech contest was between 1 and 3 p.m., which is for me the worst time to speak because afternoon dip, the lunch, and then I feel sleepy. So, days before the contest, I made sure that I have a pattern, like I have to eat at 11. I take a little rest. At 1 p.m., my body is in ready every day, few days before. Yes, at 1 p.m., I'm like, showtime. I'm delivering the speech in the room or in front of someone so that I'm kind of training my body to be awake, to be active, to be full of energy at that particular time of the day. It works. Then your body is subconsciously or unconsciously ready to bring its best at that point.
Yeah, that's a good one. And can you share one more behind the scenes story from the championship that no one knows?
I think I will share the most heartwarming moment for me. Um, So, on the finals day when we were all on the day before the final, we had the briefing, and that briefing is nothing like I have ever seen before. We get taken to a separate room. It looks like a boardroom with a big table. There are people with cameras. They're making sure every procedure is followed and the briefing is happening. Now, on your table there is a standing microphone. You have to press a button to speak. It looks super formal, super posh, super like you feel like we have arrived, and some of us contestants, like, with all the 28 of us, have been through that journey. Now it's just the 8 of us. uh some have been to the finals. For some it's new. We're all nervous, intimidated, also very happy, making pictures. We made like a lot of pictures with each other. Like, I think I'm in half of Mas's selfies. I just every time he took the camera for selfie, I just jumped on him from nowhere, and I'm on his I'm on his photograph. Um, so while we were doing all this and the briefing was going on, we remember Mark Brown entering the room. Mark Brown is a previous world champion, one of the one renowned and loved and cherished world champions. He walks in the room and he says, "Good luck." He has a handwritten letter for all of us, and he says, "All the world champions sit in the front row. Right in front of you, we're all sitting. All the world champs from past years." And why we are sitting there? Not to judge you. We are here to encourage you. So at any point during your, if you forget a line or you feel you're not getting a response from the audience that you want, or something is not going right, look at us. We will give you that energy so that you're back with the flow again. That line just was so powerful because, when you think that there's world champions sitting in the front row, you think they're here to judge you or give you points, or um, you're slightly intimidated. But to know that they're here to help you and not to punish you, that's just a most unreal feeling. I can tell you, for all eight of us, that was probably the highlight of the World Championship, to see the legends that we have idolized, that whose speeches we have analyzed, we have loved, idolized these people, and they are here to support us. They are here to make this experience for us a memorable one. That day was not about winning and losing. That day was about showing the skill that we have learned, nurtured, developed for years. Now it's time to show it to the world. And that, for me, that was beyond any competition. That was beyond any trophies. That was beyond anything we have ever experienced. So I would say that's definitely a thing a lot of people don't know about the World
Yeah,
Championship.
absolutely. So it gives me goosebumps when you mention about that, because especially when you have all the previous champions, right? We get into a feeling saying that they must be judging us. But one good thing about Toastmasters is people make us so comfortable, right? In terms of that, even the feedback is so positive and so encouraging atmosphere and all. So thank you. You explained it so well, and I felt as if I'm living in that moment. Excellent. And yeah.
Godspeed, my friends.
So, Sabi, how has winning the championship changed your daily life? Like, what is it after winning the
Uh,
championship?
well, I wouldn't have been doing this podcast in the morning if I. No, I'm joking. I think it's a great feeling. I've received a lot of love from all over the world. Sometimes it's hard to keep pace with every request I'm getting. I'm someone who likes to make people happy, so it hurts me when I cannot say yes to everything. It's just also a busy period. But overall, it's amazing. I've received so much love, so much wonderful love from all over the world. I think this is not something I've ever thought can happen. Um, yeah, it's like l- I think it has made me more humble, I think, and so um yeah, made me more self-aware. I would say that it's a great feeling, and I think the way way I have been um, loved, I would say, and celebrated. I think that's just amazing, and I think I really, as I said to you in my acceptance page, I said I'm nothing more than a small molecule, and I still believe in it. I think, of course, I'm getting a lot of love, but what people are truly celebrating is the skill. The skilled is not important. The skill is important. The public speaking is skill. So everybody who's showing me so much, they're celebrating the future themselves when they will be holding this trophy, when they will be in that big stage, celebrating and sharing their stories. We all, like, I still remember the first time I saw Sushmita Sen win Miss Universe, and I was 9 years old, and we shared the same date of birth. I felt I won through her. The first seeds of victory in my DNA was planted through her journey. I hope and I think that's why we celebrate this, because we are all looking forward that someone to give that permission to win. And I think that's what. So I take it, everything I'm receiving, with so much love, but I want to remind that what people are truly celebrating is themselves and their zeal to win, and that will happen very, very soon.
Did you ever imagine that you would get featured on Toastmasters magazine cover page?
I think, well, it's a funny, have you seen the show Big Bang Theory?
Yeah. Uh, not everything, but
In the Big Bang Theory, there is a point where Raj gets featured yeah, there's a show episode where he gets featured in the Time magazine, and he can't stop talking about it, that I'm in the Time magazine. And then he tells a random guy, I'm in the Time magazine. And then Charlie Sheen, it was, he turns and says, yeah, tell me when you're in the cover of it. And and he has been on the cover. I just can't think about that moment. But no, like I said, it's a great feeling. And I think uh, what is even more interesting is the interview that's there on that magazine was captured 10 minutes after I won the award. So when they take you backstage and there's a Q&A, and then they start interviewing you. Um, I'm very proud to see that how I kept composure and I still made sense in that moment where I have no memory of answering any of those questions, if I'm honest. I'm like, what is happening? I don't know where my phone is, where the trophy is, where do I need water? Do I need bathroom? Do I need food? I have no understanding of anything that's going on in that moment. But when I read that interview, I'm like, oh my God, I actually made sense. That's brilliant. So yeah, it's that feeling. It's also I loved that and the cover. I won't lie. It's such a beautiful feeling that Toastmasters International chose me to be that. It just feels I feel so touched, honored, and like I said, um, if I can help anyone who feels that they have an accent or they have not the perfect command over the language or anything, or can I ever win? If I can be an ambassador to that sometimes all you take is pure conviction and surrender to the process. That's all you need, and then I think I'll feel very honored.
Wow. Wow. Simply superb. And has public perception or expectations shifted after your win, and how do you handle it?
I think a little bit here and there. I think especially to new people. I think the funny thing is I did get a lot of these comments that I'm very humble. I'm very touched by that comment. But I have not known anything different. I mean, I'm the same person that I was. I mean, it's a great moment. I didn't think in 2 months anything changed. I have a great support system here in the Netherlands. My wonderful friends and also in India. Um, I mean, I'm perceptions. I cannot. I don't know if anything changed, but I'm still the same person. I think Aaron Beverly told me that, hey, after you won, I have not seen too many world champions go and crack the dance floor the way you were. You were like enjoying, grooving, dancing with everybody. But that's who I am. I'm never going to hold back that energy because I need to behave differently now. I'm going to if they play music, I'll be the first one on the dance floor. Even it was like that. Yes, it's going to be today, and it's always still. My knees are fine, I guess.
Excellent. And I'm loving this conversation, and it has been an incredible one so far. And it's time for us to add some more spice and excitement to the episode, which will just brings us to the second rapid fire round. Okay, my first bullet out of second rapid fire round is, if you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say?
Oh, Nimitta Matra Bhava Sabyasachi. That you're just a small molecule in this big universe. And maybe a bit more generic, something I followed all my life. Uh, a goal is a dream with a deadline.
It is
Something
so
also
powerful.
follow, yeah. And so these two.
Can you describe yourself in just one word?
Energetic.
A favorite motivational quote you live by?
Always take chances in life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Swami Vivekananda.
Mm. Love it. And a worst public speaking mistake you have ever made?
Ask for feedback night before the contest.
Yeah, dream stage in the world you would love to speak on next.
TED. Not TEDx. TED.
Yeah, got it. Ted. Yeah, got it. And Toastmasters moment you'll never forget.
Ah. It's a moment that I'm not in, but I saw videos of my club members watching the finals together, and the moment my name was announced, them jumping, crying, hugging. I have that video. That's just I wasn't even there in that moment, but it's just the most amazing feeling in my life.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Great, actually, yeah. And then your ultimate stage warm up ritual.
I put a pen or a something on my mouth like this. I bite it, and then I do this speech it wakes up muscles in my throat and jaws, so I can articulate better. I do that every
Yeah, got it. And here comes the last one for the second rapid fire round. What is one electronic gadget or a fantasy gadget that you'd like to see or invent yourself?
day. I just saw this morning these new shoes that make you elevate from the ground, and you can stand on stage with little elevation. I love to own that. That will be a cracking experience to speak with that.
Good one. And after that amazing second rapid fire, let's flip back to the mainstream. So, Sabi, what is your one piece of advice to those aspiring to win at World Public Speaking Championship just like you?
Don't aim to win. Aim to give a great speech that inspires, makes people laugh, motivate, bring a great story that is truly yours. Winning and losing is not in your hand. Focus on those 7 minutes that where you can write the best speech. It's never a speaker that wins. It's the speech that wins. Work on the speech. Work on perfecting it. Work on everything that ornaments the speech with your voice, body language, puns, everything. Give that give Devote every ounce of your attention and time to those 7 minutes, and that's all you can control. That's all you can do, and watch the magic unfold.
So powerful. And to be honest, I did not feel like we are talking for the first time. That is how authentic the conversation was. And it was truly insightful, as if I'm talking to an old friend of mine. And
Yep.
I really enjoyed talking to you. Every bit of it is so real and really.
Thanks for calling me old.
No, I'm not at all bored. Super, super inspired, actually. So, how is your experience? How is your experience being hosted on the Guiding Voice?
It's really great. I feel the same. I loved it, Naveen. I think you have such natural hosting skills. You keep the energy flowing. You give a safe space to talk. At the same time, you throw these rapid fires that make people think out of the box. And love the rapid fire at the start because it was like if you look back, you'll see the video. I was sitting like this, and then I was like, okay, now I'm awake, and I've been awake. It's early morning actually here, so really love the structure, the questions, and I think I see you have won awards for podcast, and I see why you've won those awards because you just you make everything so beautiful. So thank you for that. I mean,
Pleasure to have you, and thank you so much for all the kind words. And I wish you all the best in everything that you do. Keep inspiring thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. And yeah, you have been a great speaker. And thank you so much once again. Really humbled to have you on the show. All right. So, friends, that was our episode with Sabyasachi Sengupta. And before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request in case if you haven't already subscribed to The Guiding Voice, please subscribe from wherever you have tuned in. And also, if you have enjoyed the conversation and found it useful, request you to share with at least three of your friends or colleagues or family members who would also like TGV, The Guiding Voice, to spread the knowledge and help others grow just like you. And now it's time for us to cruise into the trivia segment. Having had amazing conversation with Sabi, Sabyasachi Sengupta, the world public speaking champion for 2025, I thought of presenting you few lesser known facts about notable champions of world public speaking championship in the past. So I'm going to share two facts. First one is about the 2024 champion, who is Luisa Montalvo. You know, at 65, at the age of 65, Montalvo became the oldest champion, delivering an award winning speech titled 37 Strangers, which humorously and poignantly recounted her life saving experience involving 37 medical professionals. Interesting, isn't it? And here comes the next fact. This is about the 2019 finalist Tristan. With less than 7 months of public speaking experience, Tristan advanced to the finals, demonstrating rapid skill acquisition and dedication. So, this is it from the trivia perspective. Likewise, if you are aware of any interesting facts related to World Public Speaking Championship, feel free to comment it. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can comment there. Or if you found it on Spotify or any other social media platform, you can comment there as well. So, folks, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome TGV family. So, until next time, take care. Stay inspired and remember the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. See you all in the next episode with another amazing guest. Continue to shower your love. We are at 675. We don't know how far we are going to go, but your love is keeping us motivated. So keep loving us more. So take care. Love you all. Bye bye.